Boom. We live. Let me cue this up. What's going on, everybody? Give me a second. Get everything going. Back in the studio room. First time this year. So see what we got going on. We got a good show for y'all tonight. We want to bring back the information. It seems like we forgot about COVID-19. Our community and the world is still having issues with COVID-19. So we're going to keep putting out the information so we can stay informed and abreast of this changing issue that the world is going through, in particular the African American community that we are a part of. So my man Corey wanted to definitely do a show because he had something personal that happened with the coronavirus that affected his community and his family recently. So it just reinvigorated us to keep pushing the right information, the correct information, the most well-informed information on the issue of the COVID-19. So I'm going to put 3:30 on the board, then we're going to get to it. I don't even know what song I got queued up in the I think I ain't turned this machine on in this year, so let's see. We're gonna do 3 minutes and 30 seconds. I want to give it. 3:30. And then we're gonna get to the show. I ain't been in here in a minute, so I'm kinda ready to get back to it. So 3:30 on the board. Everybody come in here, wipe y'all feet off, hit that like button, and let's go. Let's see what song we got in here. That ain't the song. Shit. My bad, y'all. There we go. My man Heat Rock Scholar.
Heat Rock 410. What it is, though.
Come on in here, y'all. Wipe y'all feet off at the door. Hit that like button. We back at it. Pseudo Killas.
Yeah, yo.
Brendan, what up?
I ain't asking for a friend, I need to know myself. And if you never ask, how would you know yourself? It's crazy how your parents know you more than you know yourself. Growth is good, it's important just to know your wealth. Don't let them take advantage like niggas who speak Spanish and you don't speak a lick of it. The game will make you trip a bit. Street money is cool till you get sick of it. And all that bullshit that come along with it. Make sure you stay on your square and keep a strong pivot. Cause them cruddy buddies, they'll do you ugly. And why every female favorite question is, do you love me? And if you knew better, baby, you would do better. And once you know better, you would show better. Most men want a housewife, but me, I love a go-getter. Your ex pussy wet, but that new pussy be so wetter. No lies detected, just get high and accept it. Go ahead, talk to him, y'all ain't beefing like that. Come on, Doug, why you being like that? Man, let's keep it a stack. Why you say it if you ain't mean it like that? And when you say him, you ain't give him no rap. Man, let's keep it a stack. You ain't gotta say you gon' be right back. Stop bluffing, shorty, keep it a stack. Once you start something, you can't just leave it like that. Finish the job, homie, keep it a stack. When I was coke dealing, the rules was no squealing, no stealing from your mans and no feelings. For these hoes, that's just gonna mess up the guap. 10 toes down whenever you on your block, or even when you ain't. Don't know 'em from a can of paint. Just be loyal and trustworthy. You ain't gotta be a saint. A lot of y'all be geeking, backstabbing and sneaking. Nose clean during the week, but they dabble on weekends. Oh nigga, I be peeping. Your niggas might be sleeping, but I was trained to tread water in the deep end. Jellyfish sting, but them sharks will bite your head off. Run up on you while you park, get the dumping, then they slid off. The hood know who did it. Now let's see if your homies with it, or your name die in vain cause one of your homies did it. Ain't no reason to kill your man
over a kilogram.
You thinking y'all fam, then spin you like a ceiling fan. Go ahead, talk to him.
Yeah.
Beefing like that. Come on, Doug.
Get in here, y'all.
Like that. Let's keep it a stack. Why you say it if you ain't mean it like that? And when you see him, you ain't give him no rap. But let's keep it a stack. You ain't gotta tell me you gon' be right back. Stop bluffing, shorty, keep it a stack. And once you start something, can't just leave it like that. Finish the job, homie, keep it a stack. While I'm still rapping at 40, well, let's chat about it. First of all, my life's amazing. Let's get that about it. Wife is blazing, and her kids get the life savings. Follow the drip, nigga, my ice glazing. Yo, FSO, in the best that flow. Bars, storytelling, visuals, cadence, and concepts. Content, impact, yeah, the boxes is all checked. I just need that one song, yeah, that one song. And I could clutch the earth with just one palm. Never anxious, look in my eyes, I'm dumb calm. They either go and walk with you, or you gon' run for them. Either way, you gon' have to let your heater spray. Lose yourself, might even have to put that weed away. Now that's a lotto, that's my medication. Gotta stay high, yo, till a nigga die, yo. Album out now, hit the link in my bio. Go ahead, talk to him, you ain't beefing like that. Come on, Doug, why you being like that?
Yeah. We back in the building. Pseudo Killas is back in the building. I'm waiting for my panel to come on. I don't know what these brothers is doing, but while we waiting for them, holler at the chat, see what y'all up to. Let me see who we got in the building. My man Bonton, what it do? Marlon, peace. Mika One, what up, Mika? She's one of the number one goddamn moderators in the goddamn conscious community. I see her in damn near everybody channel participating and helping the shows go along good. So appreciate you, Mika One. Even though you don't agree with my information, you still come over here and help us put forth a good show. So I appreciate you anyway, sister. I think you're an Abo. I don't know. Or a Hebrew Israelite. Either way, I don't have no issue with you. You know what I mean? Corey Bonton said, what's up? Fontaine, what it do? Brendan, what it do? God send you the link, Brendan, so you come on and kick it with us.
Yeah. What up, everybody?
Yeah, my man, Pseudocide Prevention Hotline, 1-800-PREVENT. I love it. Salute. Mongo, what's up? Daquan, I'm going to play your song on the outro because that's fire. You feel me? And you sent me a new song. So I'm my bad. I ain't get a chance to check it out yet. I've been busy. You know what I mean? But I like that other song. So if you putting forth work like that first song that you sent me, then I know it's gonna be some good material anyway. So you know what I mean? Can't wait to hear it. Anthony Bowman, what up, Pseudo Killer? Sue Tech, what up? All right, hey Daquan, I'm gonna definitely drop that damn your track, yo. Definitely. Cedric, what up? I gotta send that link out in the back chat. My bad. I get to it. Only got 2 hands, y'all. 2 hands. So, we ain't looking for no trouble tonight, Cedric. Fire Lightning, what it do?
Said, put your gun up. Said, put your gun up, son.
Hey, look, I'm sitting in here,
it's all good.
and I'm mad as hell because my DoorDash guy just called and said that the store that I ordered from was already closed, so I gotta cancel my order. I was sitting here thinking my food was about to show up in the next 10 minutes. And
wow.
Now, yeah, it's crazy.
That's disappointing right there. That's like real disappointing.
Yeah, I'm hurt. Now I gotta find somewhere else to order from. And I had some fried chicken from this place called Crispy Crunch Chicken. I haven't eaten from there yet. Shit probably was nasty anyway, so I ain't mad.
I'm always like disappointed at like when my food get brought to me. I don't know. I it's just not good. Like I don't like delivery. I don't like delivery. I just don't. I don't want nothing delivered to me. I just don't like it.
You like to pick your own food up.
Yeah, I like to pick it up because like it's disappointing when you get it and it's not as hot as what you want it. At least if it's not as hot as I want it, at least I'm the one who went and got it. And then like on the way there, like on the drive, I can eat out of the bag. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I just don't like delivery, man. I'm not a big fan of it. But let me close my door because them girls is still going crazy upstairs. Man. Hold on.
So you basically saying you don't want nobody else eating out your bag. Vance, what up? What up, Vance?
Uncle Josh and Ned brothers. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. What's good with y'all?
A BB4TA.
Yeah. Shit, I don't know no more after that.
Hotep, a BB4TA, EM Hotep.
Obatala.
You know, we the anti-African guys. So.
Oh, yeah, Kimoyo.
Keep Kimoyo straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody. Islam.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah.
Hamdulillah. What's the Hebrew shit? What they be saying?
Shalom.
Praise the Lord.
Shalom.
Praise the Lord.
Oh yeah, praise the Lord too. For
you gotta remember Granny now. You gotta get Granny in there now.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
Facts. Yeah.
The Lord is good. The Lord is good. Yes, sir.
That's what they really want to hear.
Yeah.
They really want to hear. Nah, but what's good? What are we talking about today?
So yeah, man. The real touching story, man. I was informed of some information yesterday, man. My daughter's best friend, my 6-year-old, she got a best friend, and her father passed of COVID. He died of COVID, and my wife, we, like I was telling, me and Sheffrin and Vance, we had the conversation a little earlier, but for the audience, me and my family, we went sledding and inner tubing yesterday, and we got the snowmobiles out and everything. We had a good time. It was my daughter's birthday yesterday. My 6 month, well, she's 7 now. I keep saying she's 6. It's gonna take me another week to get used to her being 7. But yeah, so we had a good time. Me, her best friend, you know what I mean, and my other 19-year-old daughter, and my wife. We all went out, had fun, and I don't know what made my wife bring it up, but she sort of kind of like mentioned like something about my daughter's best friend's father being dead. And I'm like, what? Because I hadn't heard this. Yesterday was my first time hearing about this. She said something, and I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, you didn't know? She was like, I thought I told you. And I'm like, no, I mean, I didn't. I mean, I don't know if she like thought she told me, or if I was like, sometimes we'd be in the bed, she'd be talking and she'd be thinking I'd be awake, but I don't be awake. You know what I mean? But so I just didn't know until yesterday or whatever when she said that. And she ended up, she told me, she was like, yeah, he was in the ICU for a month. And I hadn't known any of that either, And, like this morning I got up and I went to work, man, and it really hit me, on the way to work. Like I really thought about it. And I thought about like, choices, you know what I'm saying? Making the decisions that I make even, and I realized that like every single decision that I make is not my decision in a vacuum, like solely, like all of those decisions that I make, all of the moves that I make affect my family. You know what I mean? And so I, I was thinking about that, and the little girl's dad wasn't vaccinated, and just a whole lot of things started to come to me, like things like that I didn't quite understand, a couple weeks ago, now makes so much sense to me now. And, I'm able to see things differently now, from just, when it hits so close to home, it really, it makes you think about things like on this show, we talk about, we get on here and we might make fun of somebody who's anti-vax. We laugh and we joke and, whatever, and we try to have these discussions and all of that. And it just made me realize that these individuals that come on the panel, who are anti-vax, they got families too. You know what I'm saying? And, they say, well, it should be all right. It should be all right not to get vaccinated, or it should be all right not to wear a mask or whatever. But man, like, it's not just your right. I'm not saying this guy was anti-vaccine. I don't know that about him. I don't really know him. I know him through our kids. Our kids is how we know each other. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know if I don't know his views on vaccines or anything like that. But what I will say is he was not vaccinated. And that decision that he made was not only that wasn't made just for him. He didn't make that decision not to be vaccinated for him. And this little girl, back to the little girl, to my daughter's best friend. My daughter a few weeks ago, about a month ago, or she just got her. Well, it's been about a couple months now. She was about to go get her first vaccine. This was before she had either of her shots. And the little girl was telling my daughter, you don't have to be worried about getting the vaccine because they use such a little needle, and you barely feel it, because my daughter, she's scared of needles. She afraid of them. And the little girl actually coached my daughter through it, and was very educated about the whole experience. And so when it was time for me to take my daughter to get her vaccine, she was a lot more comfortable because of this little girl's knowledge of the whole process. You know what I mean? And now looking back on that, right? I knew looking back on it now, I know why she was so educated on the subject. You know, at the time, it's like, wow, she knows a lot about it. Like her mom and dad like sat down with her and talked about that. You know what I'm saying? Like very, very well, and, which we try to do, me and my wife, we try to sit down and, explain it to my 6-year-old. But I'm thinking like, wow, they really found a way to really, because, everybody don't explain things in the same way. So the message don't get across in the same way. So what's in my head is, wow, they really found a way to really communicate that information to her. You know what I'm saying? And so now, like, and obviously her mom did do a good job of communicating that information to her. But now in retrospect, it's like, wow, like I really understand, why she's so educated on the subject. You know what I mean? And well, not so to speak educated, but she's very knowledgeable about the process, and the little girl could communicate to my daughter like things to make her comfortable with it, and so I just that was very impressive. But like I said, now I know why. But I just want to get back to us as fathers, right? My message is more to the fathers out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we even myself, right? I say things like, because this whole thing made me think about a lot of things this morning, man. It was crazy. But I hear myself saying things like, oh, it'll be all right. My family will be took care of. You know what I'm saying? Meaning financially, right? If anything ever happened to me, man, my family would be good. I didn't said that type of thing, right? And that's the kind of attitude that I have, like that kind of attitude, right? But it's, this really made me realize that it's not about financial. You know what I'm saying? It's much, 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 much more financial. It's a lot. It's a lot much more than about financial. Like that decision not to be vaccinated is going to affect this little girl for the rest of her life. And she got 4 other siblings, and they range from, like 19, like my oldest daughter's age, all the way down to 6-year-old, and so like, just for the fathers out there, like, especially Black men, and not like just this community, like this internet community, or the YouTube community or whatever. I'm talking about as a whole, as a community. I think we kind of take for granted, like sometimes our decisions and how much each and every thought that goes through your head and each and every decision about those thoughts. Hold on, man. I'm live right now. Yeah. 1 second, honey. Okay. I'll tell you. Just give me a second, honey. Okay. Now she'd have made me lose my thought process and everything. But anyway, I just wanted, like I said, I just wanted to talk to the fathers about the decisions we making, right? You know, all of those decisions are made for our whole family, for our families. Like, you know, whether you decide to get up and get out and go get something today, is going to affect your whole family, like that decision, you know. And I think we need to be, as a community, as Black men, and then I know some people will say, well, you know, I'm cognizant. I'm cognizant of these things, and I realize these things, and that's fine, right? But I think as a whole, as Black men, the attitudes that we have, sometimes we don't think about the ripple effects that they can have. You know, we tough. You know what I'm saying? It'll be all right if I go. I'm the protector. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm the stand out front and be the shield, and that's what we're supposed to do, right? But we got to make smart decisions so we can always be there and be that shield, right? And so that's the most important part, is actually being there, not the macho, and I think a lot of that too, the anti-vax and the men not wanting to be vaccinated, because I think it's prevalent for the men more so in both white and Black communities. You know what I'm saying? Your men will be like, oh, I get the COVID, it'll be all right. I get over it. You know what I mean? I'm a worker, whatever it is, your occupation, I'm a farmer, I drive trucks, I work at a factory, whatever. I get up every morning, I'm tough. I get up and do what I got to do. That's how we think as men. You know what I'm saying? I don't need no old shot. I don't need to go to the doctor, and I'm very guilty of that right there. Like, we got a saying at my job, you know what I'm saying? If something hurt or you get a cut or something like that, they say, oh, just rub a little concrete on it. You'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's our attitudes, you know what I'm saying, as men, which is terrible, because, we got loved ones that care about us. And also when you put those loved ones in situations too, when you don't take care of yourself, you know what I'm saying? And so I don't want to go on too long. I want the brothers to add in on it. This was kind of my idea to go live, because I really wanted to get that off my chest. If y'all got something y'all wanted to add, if it's something that maybe I might have skipped over or whatever, and y'all didn't quite grasp because my wife came downstairs, whatever, just jump in there, man, and or whatever. But man, I just wanted to basically get that message out that, we always, especially here in America too, it's my right. I got the freedom, it's my right. You shouldn't be trampling over my rights. We give them an inch, and then next thing you know, they're going to be telling us, they're going to be busting down our doors and making us take the vaccine. Like, all the crazy, we got to stop that, because we leaving loved ones behind. And this COVID, and we don't realize this, and I told Vance this, we don't realize that this COVID has ravaged the Black community. And we ain't even gonna realize it for, 3 to 5 years, how much damage this have done. Mm-hmm. I'm not talking just deaths, right? I'm talking the psychological damage from losing these loved ones, right? The financial burden and hardship that those loved ones have to take on after losing the breadwinner in their family. You know, like people don't think about that. Like this man was the breadwinner, took care of his kids. This little girl, you know, me and my 6-year-old, like my 6-year-old is on my heels every step I take. Like she owned me. She wanted, you know, I get in my truck, she want to be in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was the same way with him. She was the same exact way with him. So, I mean, I just, like I said, the damage that this have done to us. And then on top of that, on top of just the virus itself, the misinformation that exacerbates that damage. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm gonna pass it on to the brothers and see if they want to chime in, and then I'll continue on a little bit more if I feel the need to do so.
Nah, man, that's you 100% correct. The fact that it hit so close to home, I can honestly, I could tell you why you feel the way you feel, because in that little girl, losing her father, you seeing yourself, you seeing your daughter possibly losing her father, and the effect that it would have had on your family. So it was so you was able to empathize, right, with that situation. One thing about death, right? What they say, what old people say around here is, you know, when you go to
somebody got mute out.
Yeah, Stu Pease just came in. When the old people in my family say, and my family is Muslim, so they say that going into a funeral home or washing the body, because that's what my family do, right? Or any type of funeral that you will go to, right? They say the reason why you feel the way you feel, right? That eerie feeling when you walk into a funeral home, and you see that dead body, they say that eerie feeling that you feel is that we all picture ourselves at that moment, because we just seen that person alive. We can remember that person being alive, and it's hard to foresee somebody else's death. So the moment you see a dead person, you think of yourself. So that's that great reckoning of empathy, right? That fear of death. So when you seen that little girl that your daughter participates with on a regular basis, you said they best friends. You dig what I'm saying? And you know she has a great relationship with her father the same way that you have a great relationship with your daughter, right? You seeing yourself in that. You know, so you could just imagine, what if I would have been hard-headed, right? And let this anti-vaxxer information get to me, right? And not to put your business out, but you been smoking for years, right? So that's an underlying condition, right? Imagine if, and you just was fighting COVID-19, right? So your situation could have took a turn for the worse if you would have listened to the goddamn anti-vaxxers, right? So the situation is so surreal. We all have to take this shit serious. And you're 100% correct that we won't really understand the toll that this have taken on our community for the next 3 to 5 years. We lost breadwinners. We all kind of our children lost time out of school, right? Early childhood development, far as kids taking their first year of kindergarten, they missed out on that. That's early socialization. We're going to see the effects of that shit, you know what I mean, in the next couple years. Just being cooped up in the house, the loss of jobs, just how the whole world is changing, and just outside of the black community, the world itself has took a toll. It's taking a toll on the world. So I don't want to hog the mic too long. I think Jackie had came in before Stoopies and Cedric. So Jackie, you got something to say? Thanks for putting our Cash App in the chat. And Bonton, I appreciate you hitting me and Corey up in the chat. That money definitely going towards my food tonight. Go ahead, Jackie Love. You can open your mic up, sister. Oh, she might be busy. Cedric, what it do, Pseudo Killer?
What it is, Corey. You set the tone, my brother. Man, today was one of those days. My son has been my eldest. He lives in Europe, and I just got that feeling today. I just needed to see him, so I gave him a call. I had some daddy time with him. I felt every word Corey said. As a father, I'm not worried so much about my kids anymore. I'm trying to see my grandkids now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I want to be around for them. You know, that whole macho thing, we all have it. Yes, I'm the protector. But you know, that initial aggression. I mean, I'm older now, but I can look back and saw the fear in my partner's eyes when I got into that protective mode. You can't do nothing to me, but I'll get upset if you talk to my kids wrong or you say something to my spouse wrong. And I would see the fear in their eyes. Now I'm being protected and they're concerned about me, because if I'm gone, what does that mean for my kids? You know, so protecting your family is actually making the right decisions to be around to protect them.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You can say that a million times there. Like that need to be a t-shirt right there, man. Say that one more time.
You know, being a protector is making the right decisions to be around to be a protector. Like, you know, and as you get older, man, Corey, like you just brought it all full circle. Personal choice. There is no such thing. I'm responsible for a whole bunch of people. And me particularly, I got 7 kids. And all my baby mamas, they are good with each other and with me. So I take care of everybody, regardless of their current situation or whatever. I'm there. Phone calls in the middle of the night, like I can't disappear. I need to be there. Now I was never a threat of being an anti-vaxxer. So I'm glad the technology came out that someone like me with lupus can actually get a vaccine. People don't realize that if it was for the conventional vaccines, I probably would have been dead. Like, I can't take the conventional vaccine. So Omicron or Delta or any of the variants would have put my life at severe risk. Now I got Delta, had a flu, and I was fine because of the vaccine. Now this 6-year-old gonna miss her dad for the rest of her life. And you know what's gonna play with her mind? Knowing that a vaccine, with a vaccine, her dad would have been around. Like, I have a 4-year-old. There's not a day that goes by that I don't read to my daughter to go to sleep. Like, I can't imagine not being there. Like, we need to slow the conversation down for sure, you know, like when we on here and we making fun of the stupid arguments and we don't think how far that really goes. Sometimes these dudes' wives at home are vaccinated and just praying and hoping, and there's nothing she could say to that ignorant mofo because he ain't having it. Like the Belgian kickboxer, world champion. I mean, this dude was bad, heavyweight. He No, I don't need no little needle. No little virus is going to do nothing to me. I'm a world champion. I'm the best condition of my life. He's got COVID. He's on the treadmill running. Couple days later, he's in ICU. A day later, he's dead. Like, this guy is a world champion. Nobody's going to tell me about a Muay Thai kickboxer world champion's physical condition. These guys don't drink. They don't smoke. They are religious in their physical being. He's dead, Mr. Macho.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another thing I wanted to say too. That like this guy was not no old, out of shape guy. Like he was a couple years older than me. Like he not, old. Like I said, he not old, and out of shape. Like dude was in good shape. You know what I'm saying? He was young, vibrant. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude got 5 kids, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and this virus took him out like way before his time. And I'm thinking like about like my family, like I'm not ready. Like my family ain't ready for me to be gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his family, he in the same like stage as me in his life. You know what I'm saying? And so
a 6-year-old daughter, no, there's no time for you to be gone. You gotta see her go to college, you gotta see her have kids, you need to be a granddad, you got a 6-year-old daughter. That means you need at least 30 more years.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got a 6-month-old, you know what I'm saying? So I probably need at least 40.
You need at least 40 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I ain't planning on checking out no time soon.
Yeah.
Cedric.
Steve Pease, what's going on, Steve Pease?
What up, Stu Pease?
Yeah, big up to the room, big up to everybody. Cedric, I understand where you're coming from. Concrete, I understand where you're coming from. 3 months ago, I lost a friend. I know this dude from I was 10 years old. We went to primary school together. We went to high school together. In Jamaica, it's difficult to go to high school together because everybody picked the school they want to go and you have to pass examination to go to that school. It's not like here where you go to exact school because you live in a neighborhood. We went to high school together. I have fond memories of him. I remember one time when we were about 11 years old, we went shoplifting and got caught. And his father came and gave him an ass whooping, and my mother came and gave me an ass whooping. And so you have memories where you know somebody more than 30 years.
Yeah.
You know somebody that long. It's not that person is no longer a friend. No, that person is like a brother. And the dude didn't believe in the vaccine. Right? He didn't smoke, he didn't drink. I used to drink when I was younger. I stopped drinking. I smoke like a train. I come here and I put on 10 pounds for every year I came here. When I came here, I was 108, I'm 250. It's right with all the complications that come to the weight. So when the opportunity came for me to take the vaccine, I wasn't second guessing. I took that so fast. I'm waiting now to take my booster. No, my thing is that I didn't want, I tried hard. I was so mad at him. And you don't want to speak badly of the dead. Mm-hmm. But sometimes you think it in your mind, so what an idiot. You don't want to say it, to vocalize it, but you say it mentally, so what an idiot.
Yeah, angry with him.
You're angry with the person. You're extremely
because he did it.
angry.
He did it to you. He did it to you too. It's not like just himself. That's my point, though, Stu Pease.
Right.
He did that to you too, bro. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, keep on going.
It's like 3 months now, and I couldn't even get to go to the funeral because I know it's a smaller funeral with just friends and family. So they even robbed me the opportunity to properly grieve. You understand? You understand what I said? The person robbed the opportunity to grieve.
Yeah, because the day of COVID, so now it's a rush. It's the rush thing. You can't go. It's cremation. It's closed circle. So you can't even have the opportunity to execute the traditional form of sending him off. So you're being robbed at all ends. You can't stand up and cry over your friend coughing.
Right, and nobody don't say things. Nobody don't say. They look at it and say, listen, the situation you put other people in, I'm not being selfish, but I feel like people who don't take the vaccine are selfish. I don't want to vocalize it because I don't want to say that my friend was selfish. I don't want to say that. But the truth is the truth. Anti-vaxxers are selfish people because the only thing that what happened to them only concerns them alone, and it doesn't. It doesn't. When you look around the room, it concerns everybody in the room. That you know, and I understand every concrete. Trust me. Give it a couple of years, you're gonna vex with it because you're not going to understand it. There's nothing you can't understand. There's not that somebody could say that he was making the right choice. Yeah, somebody will take over, please.
Yeah. That's man, that reminded me too. Like I had to bury a friend earlier this year, man, and yeah, you don't even have. They don't, due to the coronavirus, like you can't even grieve right, and like. Her this little girl's father, like I didn't even know about the funeral. Like it would have been like bigger, like if this guy would have died and it wasn't a pandemic, but nobody, like, I don't even think they probably could have that many people there, like probably just mainly close friends and family, like, so like, yeah, man, I feel that whole thing too about the not, and that goes into the psychological thing, like, yo, you ain't even able to like to really grieve for real, like you in there masked up, everybody crying and hugging, like you ain't, with a mask on. It's like, I don't know. I think it just, I don't, and don't get me wrong. I understand. I'm not an anti-masker. I'm just saying the psychological, damage that does not being able to properly grieve, you know what I'm saying? And in a proper way that we normally do. The coronavirus is taken away from that. You know what I'm saying? And I just think, like I said earlier, man, the damage that this whole thing done is just so crazy, man. It's crazy, man.
It's look, the psychological damage. You know what? We are in our own world war. Like 20 years from now, we're going to be sitting watching documentaries going, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, boy. Like, people don't realize, like, the world was on lockdown. Planes weren't moving. Like, my island was a ghost. You needed a pass to get on the streets, and we never experienced anything like that in my life. Like, I was freaking out. I was genuinely scared. I was scared.
Has anybody in this room ever been robbed yet? Like somebody hold you up and take away a week's pay? Like, yeah. You see, when somebody hold you up and take away a week's pay, if you even work next week, you cannot replace the pay that they took away.
Nope.
You have to make sacrifices for months to almost accumulate the amount of money you would have because that you lost that week's pay. What coronavirus has taken away from us worldwide has not been tallied as yet.
Mm-hmm.
The cost has not been tallied as yet. The economic cost alone has not been tallied. A lot of people thinking about this. A lot of countries who depend on tourism for the last 2 years has not been getting that money. A lot of places that depend on tourism. A lot of restaurants had to close down here because there was nobody here. A lot of money evaporated, A lot of people talking about this crypto, yes.
I live on a Caribbean island, St. Martin. You know what the main and number one pillar of our economy is?
Tourism.
Okay then, my brother. So you could understand, the perils we're going through right now.
No, imagine the additional debt that you guys have incurred over the last 2 years. That all of the islands have incurred.
50 million euros.
How are you going to pay it back? You think you can pay it back?
No.
The children not be able to pay it back.
Listen, we need debt write-off from the kingdom to be able to just hold our heads above water. Some of the loans coming due the end of this month, and we do not have the capitals to please plain out.
No, but people talking about this corona like they don't understand it. That the businesses that use the delivery truck to deliver goods to them don't exist
Right.
because there is nobody buying. They don't understand that. Listen, the other day I went into the supermarket and I picked up a few stuff. And when I saw the bill, I said, no, man, this not right.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
right. It's almost like things go across the board, 20% increase, you know. And people
Yes,
don't
25% increase
there's been an
across the board.
increase across the board, you know, but nobody not talking about that increase, you know. Go to the supermarket and look at the stuff. And you say, no, man, was bread this before the virus? Was the, you know, everything that it's gone up.
Mm-hmm.
Gone up. It's worldwide, it gone up. Worldwide cost of living has gone up because of this virus. And people telling you that corona not real. That virus is not real. When there's a recession in the waiting for this thing. Everybody worldwide know that a recession coming, but they're hoping not to speak about it. If they don't speak about it, it don't appear. But
yeah. They don't want to push another fear behind fear, but it coming. But you know what? What has killed me, Stupid, is the hypocrisy. How come when somebody die of COVID, a known public anti-vaxxer, the families of these people neither don't take the opportunity to educate and say, you know what? Our family member was an anti-vaxxer, get out there, get vaccinated. We just only see the rip, the sadness, but the emphasis don't be placed on this person was extremely selfish. I think we need to stop sugarcoating things and because our attitude to causing more people to die. Because we pretend as if the person that died, we don't want to call them out. We don't want to say they're selfish. We don't want to say they're leaving behind 6-year-old kids to suffer for the rest of their life because of their selfish nature. You know, we need to start being a little bit more real and having this. I mean, it's a fine line, I know, because in my community, let me tell you something. Last week, my uncle died of COVID.
Hey, Cedric, I'm just going to say it, bro. The kid gloves is dangerous too. Like for the ones who ain't anti-vaxxers, right? Playing with the anti-vaxxers with kid gloves, like pity patting, like not wanting to tell them what's really the real, right? That shit is deadly too, bro. That shit's deadly too. You know what I'm saying?
It really is. Facts. My uncle died last week from COVID. And when I found out he died from COVID, I was so upset. I can't even feel all the work I've been doing. I'm your nephew, God damn it. If you don't trust nobody else, you're not going to listen to me? Like, am I now supposed to wallow in tears? Like, really, honestly?
no, because you're mad. You're mad at it. All right, Cedric, another thing I'm going to say. This is another thing. What I have observed from this disease is that it don't kill careless people. It's people who it goes after breadwinners. This is a breadwinner disease. Most people who I know die from it is a hardworking person in the family. It's the breadwinner kid.
Wow. That's a good observation. Observe
everybody who you know die from it. The careless one who smoking weed and drinking all day, not dying. Oftentimes is the dude.
Not one crackhead.
I know. Not one crackhead dying.
That's a conspiracy for you, and I'm gonna stand by it. I live in a small community, so it's not like they're random. We know exactly who everybody is, and trust me, even a cold. And these dudes outside curfew, they're all like, "Huh?" I'm in my house. I'm isolated. I have 2 shots, and hell yeah, I get Delta, and I didn't even touch someone. Came right to my door, knocked, and walked in. Here I am.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, we got somebody on the panel that's all the way from Hawaii. Vision the Elohim. Open your mic up. What you guys say, bro? He been sitting patiently. Vision the Elohim, all the way from Hawaii. Well, maybe you can speak when you open up your mic. He might be working. They on a different time schedule over there, in the South Pacific.
Yeah, he mentioned in the chat that his uncle died from COVID too.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that, madam. I don't. I'm generally sorry one human being to the admin.
But peace.
Peace.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you gotta cut the
you gotta cut your YouTube off.
Wow.
Hello?
Yeah, cut your YouTube off.
Yeah, you gotta cut your YouTube off, bro. We hear you though. We can hear you.
Can hear you.
I'm generally sorry one human being to the admin.
Come on,
turn your TV off.
Turn your YouTube off. Vision the Elohim.
Oh, my bad.
Hello?
Yeah, cut your YouTube off.
You gotta
I'm good now, man.
off, bro.
What's up, people?
What's going on?
What up? We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm calling from Hawaii, man.
Yeah,
I'm just listening, man. Just enjoying the convo.
You gotta cut your YouTube off.
Turn your YouTube off.
Yo, Chef, mute that. Mute him.
Vision the Elohim.
Oh, my bad.
Man.
Yeah, he's listening on the
It happens to all of us.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Stu.
that's a rookie mistake. That's a Zoom rookie mistake.
That's a tactic. That's
He lucky I'm keen on here.
That was definitely a throw us off tactic.
What was that?
So
Yeah,
the Russian bot.
Before you, the problem don't know. But you have to understand. Before you open your mic, you need to turn off the YouTube. Listen to the show through the Zoom. You don't have to listen. You don't have to listen to the YouTube. You can mute the YouTube and still watch the chat if you want to see what people are typing. But that's what
yeah.
But trust me, I don't know. This, as human beings, we have sympathy built into us. It's a part of us. It's a part of our DNA makeup to express sympathy to loved one. But when they do something silly, it's like, wow, how you can't call out the person because they're dead already. And you don't speak badly of the dead.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Stuck in that paradigm.
So
well, that's another thing that we hold sacred, right?
Right.
So like, don't speak, badly on the dead, but I don't know. We know to challenge those things over here. So, that's one thing. I still hold that sacred. So somebody could challenge me over on that.
I think I need to start challenging that sacred cow by myself too. And even on Facebook, I live in a small community. I'm gonna say that. Like we got cats that die who are vicious, vile anti-vaxxers to the point that they would ridicule you, tell you got 2 years to live, you got 2 months to live, you're a damn fool. They would look at me and try to discredit my work, my years of study, everything. And then they would die from COVID. And it would be raped and you're going to be missed and gone too soon. And I'm like, but wait a minute. But nobody go. And then I go like, if I pull the trigger and say something, it would be like the usual suspect, like that level No compassion would come from me because I'm this hardcore proponent of vaccines. Listen, I've always been nuanced in certain discussions and certain things I don't say publicly because I know the environment I'm in, the conversation is not, I'm going to be and taken at the maturity or the understanding that it needs to be taken at. So from the time we're dealing with a virus, someone gets infected, they recuperate, you are going to have and you are going to acquire some form of natural immunity. The fact that that was discredited way early in the game, I stayed out of that discussion. Why? Because I knew the end result would be this. You are better off getting or confronting this virus with a vaccine. The people that have survived, who are lucky enough to survive, have acquired natural immunity. So now we give everyone that before the advent of a vaccine, we give them a pat on their back. They're heroes. They survived. There was no other option. Right. After the advent of the vaccine, there is no reason you need to drive your car without a seatbelt. Right. None.
Yeah, no doubt.
Eventually, you're going to crash.
And you got your baby, you got your babies in the back with no car seat.
Exactly. No car seat, windows open, and you're blasting down the freeway on your phone. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why? And then you crash your car and expect me to have sympathy when you did nothing to protect yourself and your family.
Yeah.
Like when we put things into context, let's be real. Like I'm seeing this discussion pop up because of the sea. That's politics, and I ain't gonna get into the politics. But the fact remains, every individual that died post-vaccine didn't have to die.
Yep.
People don't let that sink in. And when we talk about selfish, anti-vaxxers are selfish. Yeah, 98% recover. Dude, you want to be in that 2%?
Right.
But you never.
They don't understand what 2% is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, like when you do the math, when you put things in perspective, right? And you understand that only 1% of the species that ever lived on the planet is alive today, right? Yeah. Only 1% of the species that ever touched, that ever came to be on this planet is alive. Yet there's millions of species. You know what I'm saying? So like the 2% is a big number, bro. Like you can't, don't, you know what I mean? Like, especially like when you look at America, you know,
2% is 2% of damn near 7 billion people.
Right.
Okay. That's how much. That's 140 million at least.
That's a lot of people, bro. That's half the country. That's half of America. Don't get dead from the shit. You know
and how much of that is my family? How much of that is my uncle, my cousin, like my aunt, my sister? How much of that is gonna come that close to home? So when you hear people make these kind of arguments, you got to understand their level of selfishness and how much they operate off of their own little dimension, not even taking the woman or the man or the kids that are next to them, their friends, their family, the pain and the suffering they're gonna cause others if they happen to fall in that category. From the moment you think about that, there's no option. How do you? I don't want to risk not being there to watch my baby girl grow up. Every day I watch my baby girl go, man. I hope I'm 48. I hope how much years I'm doing the calculations every day, trying to figure out how old am I gonna die and how old is my baby girl's gonna be? How much of a life am I gonna see?
That's crazy. We do that as fathers, though. Like that's a normal thing as a father to sit up and think about that, though. Like that's crazy how we you know, like the things that fathers think about, like how old you gonna be, like how old do I need to be before I die, like, you know what I'm saying, to be to feel all right with
how old
you
do
know
I
what I
need to
mean?
be? How long do I need to hang around to make sure that my last baby girl is okay?
Yeah. It's kind of, I mean, it's a responsible thing, but just like, it's just like, wow, when you really take a step outside of it. And like when I hear you, you know, when I hear you say it, because like a lot of times we don't, you know, as like I said, another tough guy thing, like we don't talk about those types of things, right? A lot of times, right? But as I hear you saying that, it helps me step outside of myself and notice that I do the same thing, and like, wow, like damn, like fathers, like that's just a normal thing for fathers to sit up and try to do the math on how old the
Do
kids
the
is,
math.
and like, how,
Doing the
like
math.
okay, like
My daughter's
you
4, I'm
know,
48.
if I'm this age, then they gonna graduate at that age and probably have kids
Yeah.
at this age, you know.
Yeah. I'm on my son now. I'm like, dude, you're 25. Dude. Look, am I look? I'm hey. I was talking to my son today. I'm like, okay, so how's Tony? So you guys finishing up? Okay, so what's next? I'm gonna be a granddad. He's
I
like,
told my
be
son, like, I said
responsible.
that.
Don't put no pressure on me.
I said at 25, like y'all, you know, I told him and his girlfriend, they've been together since the 7th grade. Like, so I don't think it's gonna be no end to that anytime soon. Yeah. So I'll tell him like, yo, y'all like, hey, y'all 21, y'all got like 4 more years, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I'm serious with my son, same way. Like I had him when I was 23. I just got out fresh out of college. It was time to have a baby. Like, and he's been together with his girlfriend forever too. He stayed a year behind, wait till she finished high school, so they left together. So they've been in Europe about 4 years now together. And I'm like, okay, so Tony finishing. Yeah, almost done. Okay, I gotta do something about this now. I need. It's like,
this is my son's senior year. It's like, yo, I know
he's
talking about going.
It's like,
he talking master's degree talk. I'm like, yeah, I know you talking about, you know, staying in school, but like, bro, like you can't spend all your time there, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, I need to wipe some diapers. I need to be granddaddy. It's that time now. I'm getting gray. I'm slowing down. It's my time. You're robbing me of a right.
He like, Dad, he was like, shit, you still giving me brothers and sisters.
I told him, as soon as you start, I'm done. Like, oh man. Yeah, real talk from dads. Oh man, Corey, this feels so good.
It's funny how we put that. It's funny how we put that pressure on our boys, but like I ain't even came close to putting none of that pressure on my 19-year-old.
Okay, my girls are 19. Okay, so they can take their time. When I call my son, I ask him where's Tony. When I call my daughter, I make sure she shows me around her dormitory. Like, okay, no dudes in there.
Right.
No, I'm kidding.
Like I'm telling her, like, she can wait till she's 30. I'm like, you wait till you 30, but you know.
Listen, I tell everybody the double standard exists, and I'm a male chauvinist. In my house, my wife doesn't take out the garbage. Argue with me.
Oh yeah. I just got an argument about my wife shoveling. She trying to shovel the snow. It's like, yo, like, no, you don't. It's not.
No,
I don't need your back.
You're not. You're not cutting the grass. You ain't putting the garbage out. You don't wash the car. No, just you ain't doing that. We take it to the car wash, but you ain't washing it though. I'm a male chauvinist. Sue me.
Yeah.
Is it a bad thing though?
And the thing is, I try to do like with my girls, like I teach them like the opposite of the way I treat my wife. Like, you know, I try to teach them like, yo, you don't need nobody. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like my daughter, like about 2 or 3 months ago, my 19-year-old, she caught a flat tire. Like, I made her come out there. She thought I was gonna go out there by myself. No, you coming with me.
Nope.
You finna figure out how to, jack this car up. You know what I'm saying? Take that tire off, and change it, Yeah.
My mom raised me like this. I can wash, cook, and clean. She said, if a man can't cook, then he can't tell a woman what to put on his table. So you have to be able to cook at that level that you can demand it from a woman. Same way, my daughters, if you're driving the car, you got to know how to change the tire. Now, I expect a man to come and help you. But you don't have to wait and be helpless. That's not your role. There's a difference.
Absolutely.
You can help yourself. You can do it. But if a dude wants to do it for you, by all means, but you're never going to be helpless. Okay, this is how you change a tire. All my daughters spend at least 1 year on the mat, whichever form of martial arts, and you must compete. At least 1 year. Then you can go and do whatever you want to do. So most of my daughters dance. They love to dance, but all did a martial arts for 1 year, and you must compete. That feeling of combat and standing there and facing your fears is fundamental to your development. You're not going to experience that in dance. It's a collective. You're on a stage. Your dad's been on every stage. I do stage plays. I dance too. So I've been on the stage, but I'm a martial artist. And the difference when you face that level of fear, the way my kids walk around with their head up, confident, looking everyone in the eye, and never, ever had a conflict on the street. Unlike us growing up, very insecure, quick to throw a fist, my kids that all did martial arts never, ever, ever have a fight on the street. Never. They've never come home. They have never had an argument. Their rooms are full of trophies. They win some, they lose some on the mat or in the ring. But violence on the street doesn't exist within their mindset. Their level of confidence allows them to not do. They face those issues with a different level of confidence. So yeah, where those things are concerned, boys and girls get this equal treatment. Because my mom made sure that I can wash, cook, clean, iron. I can do it all. I don't need a woman.
Absolutely.
But I appreciate being taken care of. I'm still a man, you know what I mean?
Absolutely, no doubt. Like I said, I do it all. You know what I'm saying? I take care of the baby. I take care of the girls. I cook lunch for them. I clean up the house. I do. We equal around here. You know what I'm saying?
I make,
but I don't like it. It ain't fair because I don't like her getting outside doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I can come in and do
I'm a male chauvinist. That's my territory. I'm a male chauvinist. Go inside. Go inside. You are the garbage. My wife doesn't even look at the garbage. She doesn't even look at it. She knows. That's me. Just knows that. That's me. That's my male stuff. Don't interfere in my male stuff.
What's going on in the chat? Let me see. I see.
I think
lighten it up. Who put the chef? And you ain't put the link in the chat. You did, didn't you? I think you did.
Yeah, I got it from the chat.
Oh, okay.
A moderator can put it back in there if it need to go back in the chat if it's too far.
We're gonna get loosened up here in the barber shop. You know what I'm saying? The barber shop got a little serious today. But we can loosen it up a little bit, man. Open the panel up. You know what I mean?
Hey, Vision, your mic open. You can talk now. I think you cleared up your technical difficulty.
Peace, how y'all doing, man?
Good.
What up?
Yeah, man, I'm just vibing from Hawaii, man, just listening. See our convo.
Appreciate it.
Oh, okay. How you hear about us, bro? You from a different channel, and then you got up on us or something like that?
Man, I've been vibing with y'all for a while, man.
Okay.
From back, I used to listen like old Armor Ross days, Team of
Oh, okay. Brother, Okay, brother Unc. Gotcha.
Yeah. Brother Unc and them boys. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'm from South Carolina originally, but I just live in Hawaii right now. Preschool teacher.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's cool.
Oh, cool.
Teaching the babies, man. That's what I mean. That's an important job, man.
Appreciate that.
I especially like my kids, like my daughter just finished preschool 2 years ago or whatever. And like, man, the first, organized lessons, in a formal way, right, is preschool, right?
Yep. Cool.
Yeah, that's so important, man. And I think that teachers, first of all, don't get paid enough. Second of all, are not realized their position in society. Like, your job, you are the most important thing, one of the most important things in society. Like, you are molding the minds that are going to be taking care of me when I'm 75, 80 years old. Like, the students you teaching, those are going to be the people in the hospitals running it. Those are going to be the presidents, the senators, the congressmen and women. You know what I'm saying? Like, those students that you teaching, like, they going to be running the country for us. You know what I'm saying?
And then that's black male too.
Like, yeah.
I'm setting the positive image right there. That's combating a lot of stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The stigmatisms, a lot of the stigmatism, some of them white kids, like here, like in Indiana, like it's places and towns in Indiana that you could grow up as a white person and never actually come in contact with a black person in real life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that, like doing that, like it's one or two of those students that may live in a town like that, right? But they actually go to school every day and learn from a black man. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
I got locks and I be rocking red, black, and green all the time.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. that male influence in the classroom at a young age, that different energy, that kids need more male teachers at the younger developmental stage. I mean, especially in our Black community where we still have a lot of fathers not in the home. Exactly. More male teachers at that 4 and 5 year old stage where conflict resolution is paramount, and that calm energy. Hey, what's going on? When a young Black boy sees that forms the basis for his growth. That becomes his role model. You remember your kindergarten teachers. I can remember Mr. Eastwood, my first grade teacher, the coolest, most calmest smile on his face. Like, he never got upset, and that stayed with me my whole life. Like, you never forget it. You know what I mean?
So, I've been doing this so long that I know some kids that's already graduated college.
Oh, wow. So you're a veteran. You've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while.
So you've seen the benefits of your hard work, the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, I had to kill pseudoisms. Yes. They come to me like an OG. I had to kill pseudoisms all the time.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You see your pupils grow up, and then they don't take heed to some of your lessons, and they get caught up in some of these conspiracy theories. And yeah, definitely. Yeah. But that's all good, man. That's all good. I couldn't imagine, like, just with my like all my kids is, when they get to that age, like 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, like every one of them was rough as hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my 6-year-old, like she just now getting to the level where she calming down just a little bit. I can only imagine a classroom full of 4-year-olds. Oh my Lord, Jesus Christ!
I have one, and I can't.
I got 12 by
I'm
myself.
waiting for it to come down.
Damn.
12 of them, 4-year-olds. No,
Yeah.
my 4-year-old daughter, I'm just waiting till she calms down, till she settles down, that I can actually do some stuff with her. I don't have the patience, but I look at her in school, you know, they send the videos, and I'm amazed at how the teachers are amazing, yo. Like, for
They know
real,
how to
like,
get them.
like, they don't get enough credit. She's learning. I can see she's learning. I can see it, but I'm her dad. I don't have the patience. I don't have the skills. She blows me off. She doesn't pay attention. And she sits in that classroom, dedicated, focused, doing work. And I'm like, you guys are amazing. Like, how do you get her to do that? Like,
yeah. You ain't lying, Cedric. Like, it's like, how? Like, I can't, like, and I do got patience, and like, we getting better. She getting better with sitting down with me, and we do like little lessons or whatever. But man, like, before, like, you just couldn't get her to do, like, when initially, like 2 and 3 years old, like learning numbers and ABCs, right? Like, you just, like, it's like, how do you get these kids to learn this? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
How? How?
Can I ask a brother? Can I ask a brother who's an educator question, please?
Go ahead, Stupies. Go ahead.
Yeah, the brother who's an educator. I need the opinion on this, because from my observation, my son's still in Jamaica. He goes to a nice high school, right? But the problem, what I've noticed is that the pandemic and the distance learning has severely affected his progress. How was it in Hawaii? Did you guys have distant learning? And as an educator, can the students, especially black boys, who we know have very sense of attention, how can we get back those 2 years? If we will ever be able to get back those 2 years that were lost?
Okay. Well, Hawaii, we real liberal over here, so we shut down instantly. Like, nobody could leave. Like, only essential things, like going to the grocery store and medicine, for like 4 months. Nobody, no tourists was coming over here. Masks, we still wear masks right now. So we're very liberal about it. And my class, it's kind of hard with preschool, because distance learning with preschool, they need interaction. They need face-to-face interaction to play and learn. So my distance learn was kind of with some BS, honestly, to tell you the truth. But we got back in school pretty good. For older kids, I could see distance learning being kind of a cool thing. I don't see it being as bad as everybody say it is for older kids, but younger kids definitely need, like, between K to 5, need interaction between each other. And to address your second question, to get the black men, the black boys back together, we need more black teachers. We need more positive figures in the classroom. Without that, I don't think it's going to get that way. Because the only way, like, when I interact with black boys, we interact on a academic level, and then we interact on a social level. Like, I could pull them aside and tell them certain things that I can tell the other kids. So that's the way I would say to get back with the black kids in school, if that addresses your question properly.
Man, I wanna shout out my man Jacob Bryant, my man Jacob Bryant, and Brendan Sims. Man, appreciate y'all for hitting that cash app, man. You know, I do appreciate it, but that's not what I do this for, right? I don't want to, sound unappreciative. I get just as much out of this as you do, Brendan, and as you do, Jacob. So, like I said, I appreciate it, man, 100%, man. Like, much love, man. Like
That's
I
me.
don't expect
That's me,
things like
Corey.
that. Huh?
That's me. That's me.
That's
I feel like
okay.
y'all, deserve that type of love. That's why I asked y'all for your cash apps so I can post them. That's I feel
Yeah,
like
I
that.
appreciate that. I
And
saw you
I
did that.
appreciate
Yeah.
anybody that, I'm not asking for anything, but I appreciate anybody that do take the time out to hit that cash app when I post y'all cash apps in there, because y'all doing a lot of work. Nobody's asking y'all to study up on this stuff and pass what y'all come into onto us. Nobody's asking y'all to do that. Y'all don't have to. Y'all can keep that information to yourself and share it with your family and your close friends. Nobody, y'all not obligated to come on here and hold these shows and, share that type of information. But
Well,
I
take.
want
I
to thank you
appreciate
too. Yeah, I thank you too, and anybody else who hit the cash app and show these brothers some love, and anybody else on the Pseudo Killer panel. That's an official Pseudo Killer. You can post your cash up in there, and I'll try and capture it and save it. And I can, when you come on the show and you passing off good information and all of that, I can post it up there. Anybody that want to show y'all brothers some love, I can repost it. Just for that fact. It's not somebody asking. They not asking. Just anybody that can hear me right now, they're not asking for this. That's me. That's trying to show them love, and anybody else that can do it. It's for that purpose. There's a lot of people on the Pseudo Killer, so it's not that type of show where you have the what they have on these YouTube shows where the people go in. I can't think of what it's called now.
Oh, the super
Super
chats and all of
chats.
that.
Yeah, this ain't one of those super chat shows and none of that where they hit the super chat and all of that. But I just wanted to tell y'all just one quick second. Y'all killing people.
We always do. We killing the pseudos.
Y'all killing the audience. Y'all need to come on up in here and liven this up a little bit. And,
okay.
You had some questions from the chat. They wanted to know about people think that smoking weed is going to kill COVID and all of that.
No, it's not. I smoke a 7 gram.
I heard your COVID story.
I'm into looking into
Corey.
that, like Jackie. Like, we're not gonna throw that out the window.
We're gonna look into that in a second. Like, just let me say this one thing real quick. I was a little empathetic and I was sympathizing with your COVID story, and I just wanted to say real quick. My friend, I grew up with her. We don't even really call ourselves friends because we grew up together since we both could talk and walk and everything. So it's more like we sisters, or you know what I mean. And she said that she's not getting no damn vaccine, and if God wanted her to get a vaccine, he'd show her a sign. Her ass wound up on a ventilator for like 3 weeks and 2 days. And now she's like an advocate, and she's telling people, yo, you need to just get the vaccine. So, I agree a lot with Cedric when he says that a lot of time these anti-vaxxers, they're selfish. And I would go a little bit further and say not only are they selfish, and I get this from like Dr. Phil. And Dr. Phil always posing a question to people that argue on his show. Argue with him, and he throws it out there. Do you want to be loved, or do you want to be right? Do you want to be alive, or do you want to be right? And a lot of them, they just want to be right. You know what I mean? It's not the fact that they take in the information. A lot of these anti-vaxxers, no matter, and I would like to know, this is my question to the pseudo killers, if y'all can answer it. Where did the anti-vaxxers get the idea that the vaccine was put out there to prevent infection? Because I have never gotten that it was there to prevent infection. And they every time somebody with a vaccine and a booster and all of that, every time these people, and it's funny because these people never, like, a lot of these people don't die. They'll catch a different variant or something like that, but they think that this vaccine is supposed to prevent you from getting COVID, and I'm like, where did they get this from? And a lot of them, they're on this wall where they only want to prove Fauci wrong. And I'm like, you work in an office and you don't even type on a computer, you just pick up the trash. What credentials do you have to prove this doctor that's been in his position all your damn life wrong? And it kind of gets silly at a point. And my thing with conspiracy theorists is you have to challenge these people on what they think they believe, and they'll curse you out all damn day and tell you, well, you only getting your information from the mainstream media. And I said, okay, well, where are you getting yours from? Well, blah blah blah, blah. You ain't answering my question. If where I'm getting my information from is wrong, where are you that call yourself right with the right information? Where are you getting your information from? So my thing is that we have people have to challenge them on their information and where they get it from. You can't just put out information like, oh, what they say is wrong, and you a sheep because you follow the news, and you're not telling who I'm supposed to follow. Joe Rogan. What's that guy name that just died? Well, he ain't just died. It's been about 2 months ago. His name's like Phil Valentine. I'm not really aware of him in that way, but I heard he was a really big anti-vaxxer and he caught COVID and died. Am I supposed
Phil
to
Valentine?
No, not the metaphysical dude, Phil Valentine, not Dr. Led, not him. It's a white guy. His name was Phil Valentine. And recently, I don't know, it's probably been about 3 months ago, some lady in California that's was a politician. She's a stout anti-vaxxer, and she was young, like Cedric was saying, Corey was saying about people leaving their family and you leaving your kids. This lady was like 46. To me, 46 is young. And she died. She's an anti-vaxxer and she died. And people was, they was having a big argument online because the people that are for vaccines, they was clowning her. They was clowning her followers, and people were saying, that's wrong. This lady, at the end of the day, she died. And they was like, well, she died because she wanted to. She had all the information. And not only did she die because she wanted to, she was passing this information along for other people to die too. And what happened was people was going on her page and they were posting stuff about, well, she actually was vaccinated and she died. And her husband came out and he spoke and he was like, she was not vaccinated and she died. And I suggest people get vaccinated. So, those are the two questions I want y'all to answer about, challenging people on the conspiracy theories and about weed prevention.
Yeah, so I'm not familiar with I've heard about it, right? But I haven't done any like real research or nothing on it, right? But I'm pulling for that, right? Like, just so y'all know, I'm in marijuana's corner on this one, right? So just to put that out there on that one, right? But on the other serious note, though, as far as the other question you asked, like I told Cedric, I think playing with the kid gloves, not saying what the real is, beating around the bush and all that, I think that's just as dangerous as the anti-vax shit too. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm not saying like come off rude, run the person away or nothing like that. I'm just saying like we gotta quit playing with the kid gloves with this shit. We gotta say this shit. Like, say like, yo, mention the kids, mention, the things that mean something to these people. You know what I mean? Give these examples, like take this story that I gave today and use that as an example. You know what I mean? Not using it to throw in somebody's face like, ha ha, I mean, this is what could happen to you, but using that story to put something on that person's mind. Because and another thing we gotta realize too is we're not gonna change nobody's mind in one conversation. So we gotta keep that in mind too. but also we can't keep playing with these kid gloves, these treating it, these conspiracy theorists delicately, because it's just as dangerous as the anti-vax shit, in my opinion. If that answers your question, Jackie. I don't know if Sheffrin wanted to take a stab at that, but I know we got Geechee and we got Tuck. Tuck, what up, bro? I ain't seen you, bro. What's up with it?
What's going on, family? What's going on?
Man, shit. What it do, bro?
I'm pro weed too, Corey.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm in the corner. I'm pulling for weed on this one, bro.
Hey, I've been listening though, man. I love where y'all go. For days.
Yeah.
I want to get X though. I was gonna get X. Where he at, man? That's who I've come for. I come for X Architect.
X Architect.
Where he
liable to jump on the panel. I don't know if they sent the link out to him or whatever. Somebody will shoot the link out for him, I'm sure, and he'll jump on.
Y'all was kind of getting in my man Hunk too much. Y'all beat him up. Y'all jumped on him.
On X, I was in his corner. I was in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about you too, Corey. I'm saying y'all was beating up Hunk too much.
We was whooping up on
He just jumped off the panel. That's why I know when Uncle threw his gun, because he'll jump off.
but you notice, like, we gang on him. You know, we can't go at one on one, right? It's always got to be like 2 or 3 of us to gang up on his ass, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Gotta hold him down and stomp him out. He'll keep coming back, boy. He'll keep pulling back up around the corner, coming back to the him. But I was just listening in though, man. I really appreciate y'all for being a step ahead on the viral shit. And y'all did the debate with the anti-vax motherfuckers. Y'all did the debate with them, and
shout out to the Amon-Ra squad. Like that was
straight up.
That was Amon-Ra squad shit right there. Yeah.
Well,
no doubt.
That was Pseudo Killas stuff though, which I was doing because y'all was killing them pseudo. So
definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all really helped my family though, real life. Like I have a line of asthma in my family and stuff, so we was high risk. But listening to Unc and Sean, even y'all got me ahead of. So I was one of the people that caught it with the first dose of my vaccine, but I think it saved my life, bro, for real. So I don't play about that stuff, man. When people get to talking that, I really gotta tune out, because I don't know, I'm kind of different, because I don't get it why people will do that to people and want them to be sick, telling them all types of nonsense. Like I was watching something with RZA Islam on it, and it's just like he just got disrespectful. It's like, so you're gonna tell these people, and they always quoting the CDC. Like CDC didn't say none of that. Y'all, what they be getting that? Well, what CDC, what pseudo CDC they be reading? I go right to the website. I'm like, you don't even say that. But it's sheep out here, bro. It's real sheep out here that hang on every word of them Kwame Browns, even Corey Holcomb. They hanging on every anti-vax word. And you get it in regular arguments. You'll be on Facebook and you'll be arguing with RZA Islam, but it ain't RZA Islam. It's regular people. So
right.
It's just really scary, and it's really time, like you said, the kid gloves is off. I'm out here in the snow with it. I'm like, we ain't in the street no more, Corey. We on the sidewalk, but boy, maybe make me want to get back. Maybe make me want to get back on that. I mean, I'm wearing a ski mask right now, but not for that. But
right.
but yeah, but I just want to say I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna go back to listen.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's what we do. You is who we do this for, like for the viewers, man. Like we appreciate your viewership, but like you know, the chat, you know, the people that joined that hit that link when we put that link in the chat, like, I mean, we getting the same thing out of it that y'all getting out of it. So, you know, like, we all equal. We all on equal fields here on this panel, on this, when we come on this platform. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get you.
Let me say something else, Court.
Go ahead.
Hold on, Court. Let me say something else. Because I feel that. I feel what you're saying right there, because you can go to some channels and they talk like they above you, bro. And it's just like, why you talk like everybody in your people? Do you not want nobody here? I mean, y'all seem like y'all would be cool to hang around. Like, even though y'all pushing the information and stuff, y'all don't seem like y'all be like, oh, I'm too smart for this regular person, or you know, it's just a different feel with me. That's all. Yeah. And okay, now that's all. Appreciate you.
Yeah, it's cool, and that's all we is, though, bro. That's all we is, just regular, like chef and a barber. I'm a construction worker, bro. Like, we not, you know what I'm saying? We ain't no experts on nothing. You know, we might go and spend a few dollars on Barnes and Nobles, and you know, we might put our money together to you know, to do a master class or something like that, you know, and, or buy a subscription to some journals or something. But other than that, you know, we just like you, man. We get up, go to work every day. We got families, and you know what I'm saying, and loved ones, and we go through all the things that you go through. You know what I'm saying, and that's kind of why I wanted to kind of bring this story to us today, just to kind of share with the people, like, yo, we feel you too. Like, we go through all of that. You know what I'm saying? This pandemic done this to all of us. You know what I'm saying? And we've been together since day one. Like, you know, this channel this is what it's all about. Like, the pandemic kind of brought this channel together. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, I just, you know, we, like I said, we just do this for the benefit that y'all getting out of it. We get the same benefit. You know what I mean? And I appreciate my beautiful wife for allowing me to spend time on these channels. So, you know what I mean? Because she can cuss me out. I done been cussed out so many times. Y'all don't even know. Like, bro, y'all get me cussed out a lot. A whole lot, man. When I get to yelling and talking and all that, especially get to talking over me and shit, and then I get loud. Like, my wife is on her way down here. If she can hear me upstairs, bro, like, she on her way down here and she gonna give me that look. That's one. That's the first warning, right? Then if she come back down here again, she cussing me out, and then in the morning she still gonna be mad at me, like, until like the afternoon. So like, I get the silent treatment. She might not help me out in the morning like she normally do before I go to work, you know. So it's a lot of sacrifice I do. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, man, you too, bro. You
what
too,
up,
bro.
Gucci?
What's good with it, man? What's good with it?
Chilling, man, chilling. What you got on your mind today, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just listening on y'all conversations, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I haven't got vaccinated yet, but according to my doctors, I am asymptomatic. But you know, I will be getting a vaccine in the future soon.
Okay. Yeah, no doubt. And it's all good. Like, some people, like, I mean, I'm not like the guy that you know, go at people like that. Like, right? I understand, like, life is busy. You know, somebody might want to, you know, everybody don't have all the information, right? Like, everybody's not knowledgeable about everything, and I don't expect people to be that. So, you know, you took your time, right? Which is quite a while. I ain't gonna lie. I am gonna say it's been quite a while, bro. I will say that.
Yeah,
but
I
you
know.
plan on going to get it, though. You know.
Yeah,
that's enough for me. That's enough for me.
Because I even had the Omicron little situation, but I only had symptoms for like a day, and shit, it was cool.
Man, you know, I got that damn Omicron, man. But the thing is, I got the flu at the same time, man. That shit, bro. I think if I didn't have the vaccine, I think, boy,
Yeah.
You don't want to do it.
I
You
used
don't
to
want
work
to
for
do that at the
ADT.
same time, boy. That's one thing you
Yeah.
don't want to do. Dang.
Yeah, I used to work for ADT. And, I'm not saying no because everybody's body built different. So you know what I'm saying. I used to work for ADT and be in all people's personal spaces and shit. And they addicts and all type of shit.
Man, yeah. B-Lou, who's my man B-Lou? Before you want to jump in before B-Lou, or do you want to allow B-Lou to go ahead?
Nah, let B-Lo go ahead, man. I'm home. It's all good. Let the guests go.
Right. I didn't know if you wanted to give a shout out to somebody or something, you know what I mean? But go ahead, B-Lou.
Shout out to all the people that support us, man. Shout out to that, man. Shout out to Dr. Oya Mayat, man. Just like to say thank you. Like I said, she actually had me teaching a class today that was good at Morgan State University. So I really appreciate that, man. So yeah, shout out to Dr. Oya Mayat.
Appreciate that. Shout out to Dr. Oyamaya, man. She I in my opinion, now this is just my opinion. Now, don't nobody kill me or shoot me, right? She the last of the Amon Ra squad that's standing tall, bro. Standing tall, brother. That sister, Dr. Maya, she's standing tall, brother. But we gonna kind of scratch that out, ignore I even said that. Go ahead, B-Lou. Go in.
Damn, yo, we got like smash two of a brother, everybody good. But yeah, the sister, she's at the top. She's at the top of the pile, bro.
She up there, bro. I'm just gonna say that. Like,
at the top.
It's lonely up there. That's what I am gonna say. I'm sure she lonely. That's all I'm just gonna say. Let's keep it moving.
Great.
B-Lou, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I ain't mean to interrupt. Excuse my craziness.
Nah, you good to go, bro. Hey, man, I just wanted to shout y'all out, man. Unc and man, you Concrete Core and Chef, all y'all, man. Cedric, all y'all, man. The Pseudo Killas, I love fucking with y'all, man. Rocking with y'all, my bad. I love rocking with y'all. I was Unc. I got a chance to meet Unc at the event a couple few weeks ago or whatnot.
Okay. You got to go, and I didn't even get to go, man. I'm mad, man, but I'm glad you got the chance to do it, though. Man.
Yeah, man, it was amazing, bro. Man, I it was so crazy. I got a friend that's an anti-vaxxer, right? One of my best homies, right? And dude, is just the thing about these cats is like, okay, so I'm a scientist, right? So that's my occupation. I'm a software engineer, right? A computer scientist, mathematician, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm also a martial artist, right? So I do all these things, but the bottom line is I'm scientifically minded, and I like y'all because I go with what the consensus is and what the top in their field say. That's all I can do. I'm not. I heard one of you guys say one time, you can't make up the educational gap in the middle of a pandemic on YouTube.
Right.
You just can't do it. It's an impossibility, right? But this cat, man, do you know? All right, so I showed him the talk that you did, and his response was sending me the old school. I don't know if you know the old school Zerzell Miles joint for AIDS made in the USA. You remember that joint back in the day? Or you might not be familiar, but it's some top-notch pseudo nonsense, bro. But it's like one of those old school pamphlets that a bunch of those pseudo cats with the conspiracy theorists and all that, bro. He sent me this, bro. I'm like, man, where are these people getting this information, like this misinformation? It's like, how are you the smartest person in the room and you believe this though? It's like they like, man, we the dumb ones. It's like, y'all believe what they say, the infamous they, right? The invisible they. I call them the invisible they. The invisible they is tricking y'all. I'm like, man, what's in it for whoever that's doing it? What's in it for them? Like,
right. Global control. It's a global control, you know what I'm saying? And when it's all over with, you know.
Yeah, the aliens gonna come get us and all that. Yeah, the lizards that flew across the sky and all that.
And you know what? It depends on who you talk to. Like when you said the they, right? Sometimes it's the white man, right? And then when you talk to a white person, because see, I live in Indiana, and then like most of the like my customers and the people that I work with, right?
Right.
The young kids that's in the apprenticeship program that I instruct sometimes, like they all white mostly, country hillbillies, like you know what I'm saying, and it's not the white man to them, it's the government, the goddamn government, and them goddamn Democrats. You know what I'm saying? And then then you got the some of the people who use the they that you use. You know what I'm saying? And you know but you can replace those words. Those words are all interchangeable, but they all saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, man.
It's like they don't. It's like my man is otherwise. What's crazy is it's like people who are otherwise very intelligent. That it throws me off. It's like you're otherwise very intelligent. We have amazing conversations, amazing discourse about everything else, and then you just step, and then you got like this pseudo button that you hit. And you go all the way down this damn fairy tale hole, and it's like, how did we get here? Like, I think it's a result of all the the oppression, right? I mean, we could make whatever excuse we want for whatever, right? But it's just weird. It's a weird thing. It's creepy almost to me. It makes me think less of people, like, and I shouldn't feel like that, but I'm like, man, damn, you're an idiot, like. What you doing?
Just think about it. It's people like that. There's doctors, operators, and you know what I mean? It's crazy. Like I was talking to this dude. I got a new job. Well, you know what I'm saying? Do like little computer. I work. The Cisco computers. I work for Cisco computers. Shipping and receiving their stuff. Man, I work with this dude. I just started like a couple of days ago. I started talking to this dude. Conversation started out really intelligent or whatever. And then as soon as he said, "Yeah, I got a podcast where I talk about paranormal shit," I'm like, "Oh shit!" I said,
"Yeah,
it's crazy, bro. It's almost it's nonsensical. I can't make any sense of it. So but either way, what's good with you, brother?
Man, thanks for taking the time out and coming through and supporting us, man. I really appreciate that, man. That just was important for the people that did come out, man. And just to show us that support, we're gonna be doing that again. These things will be happening in regular occurrences, man. We can come out and meet the people, man. But I appreciate you.
I will be there next time.
Yeah, will you won't? Now I'm playing.
I will be there next time.
Man, it was amazing to get a chance.
Hey, Coy, B-Lou came through. What you about 6'4"?
About 6'6", yeah.
I say, yo, I hope he's not an anti-vaxxer. Yo, I just hope he not.
No,
you ain't gonna argue with that big nigga.
I say, man, I don't know, but I saw looking for items. I was like, I hope. And when he was like, "No, son," I was like.
Uncle's gonna take me out of there.
Yo, what nigga shit? I done ran up out of there. Yo, I'm like, shit. It's a big boy there, yo. Hey, Brendan, appreciate that, Brendan. You know what I'm talking about, Brendan.
Yeah, peace, Bobby. Yeah, for sure. Just dropping in and saying, hey, I'm in here supporting the channel, man.
Appreciate that.
I don't know, Brendan. You already support, like, you bring content, like I don't know what you're doing, Brendan. You already support, but much we appreciate you though, bro.
Yeah, Brendan.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, dude. Man, what the previous guy just mentioned, he say the otherwise intelligent people, when they open their mouth regarding specific stuff, it just threw me off, because what this pandemic, a lot of that stuff reveals, with this stuff, it's been politicized. Politics will do that. It causes people to be, put on the extremes of one side or the other, and that's what ends up happening, right? So that's what I see exactly, man. And I hate that this whole issue, this is life and death, and they politicize this issue like that. It's a shame. Yeah, I'm just dropping in, man, saying hey to the brothers and showing some support. Jump on the panel.
Now, thanks for that monetary support, boy. What you talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Much love. Like I said, shout out to
and flowers to the girl's
Jackie
family,
too,
man. Flowers to the girl's family.
Say it
Oh,
again.
yeah, that's a hard.
No, I was just saying flowers to the girl's family, man.
Yeah,
that was touching. That was touching.
I mean, I was like, and me and Vance was on the phone for a little while this afternoon, man, and I was telling him, man, I was at work, man, but I wasn't at work. You know what I mean? Just thinking, like, wow, man, like, and I mean, like Stoopies and Cedric was saying, man, I just thought about my kids, man, and then especially my 6-year-old, like, I know it'll be hard on my 19-year-old, right, and my son, right, my 22-year-old son or whatever, but Jesus Christ, and my little baby, she just a little baby, right, but man, I just think about my 6-year-old, like, that would fucking crush her, dude. It would like, I don't know, like it would ruin her life. And like I brought up earlier, like, as men, we sit up and we say things like, yo, my family's straight. I got this put up. I got that put up. If I go, my family would be all right. That, like I say, that's some of the things that's kind of the attitude I be having, right? But that brought me way down, that brought me way back. Like, no, that ain't it. That's not even it. That ain't even close to it. Like, you ain't done nothing, like, by putting up some change. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? And so, like, now I'm reevaluating the way I go about, like, things, like, I mean, I'm not a wild nigga no more. Like, I ain't in the streets. I just do, I'm a construction worker, but, like, chances that I take at work, like, I do wild shit at work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my job is dangerous. Like, every day, somebody that does my job don't go home in America. Every single work day. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that does my job don't go home. And like, that even crossed my mind. You know what I'm saying? And then I thought about, like, some of the shit I used to do, like, when I was coming up, trying to come up in the ranks, trying to be noticed by, the superintendents, trying to be noticed by that project manager. You know what I mean?
Right.
Taking life-threatening chances. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I all of that came back to me. All of that flashed back to me today. Like, yo, like, the decision making, it's crazy, man. And that decision that he thought was his solely, and I'm sure, and I hear a lot of people say it's my decision, it's my freedom, it's my right. You know what I mean? Right. But yo, it's not. It wasn't your daughter's right, yo. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. Somebody wanted to say something?
No. You good to go. I was just amen cornering. Because I mean, it's not a personal thing. No, this is a public health issue. You know what I mean? You can't have a personal decision in a public issue.
Right. We don't live in a vacuum, right? You got a neighbor,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, even if you don't got kids, like, somebody might say, well, I ain't got kids, so I ain't got to worry about that bullshit. Bro, you got a neighbor, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That neighbor got kids. Yeah. You went to high school with people. You know what I'm saying? That person, the store clerk, right, that you joke around with every day when you go get your coffee. Like, he looked forward to that. He don't want to hear you die from, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't think about none of that kind of shit, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
bro. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. You mentioned that, because, like, it's a guy where I go get my little raps from. Every time we have a little conversation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I ain't been there a couple of hours, I say, oh, buddy, you been gone for a little minute. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody got somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? The mailman. You know what I'm saying? The guy that brings you your Uber Eats every day. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't want to hear that it was a preventative thing could have been done and you could have still been here. That's hurtful to people. Like, you done that to them too. You didn't, people think, oh, he died. He died. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's true. That's the truth. Right. But what else? Look at all the other damage that had happened that has to be felt, because he ain't gonna feel his death no more. Like, he don't have to suffer no more. You see what I'm saying? He don't have to deal with the ripple effect, with the repercussions. But these people that he left alive do. And that's what we got to think about, the people that we leave alive. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. And like I said, man, it's going to even affect my daughter too. Like, I mean, like, this is her best friend. Like, I only know this little girl because of the relationship her and my daughter built at daycare since they was infants. They've been infants together. You know what I'm saying? From infants in a playpen together, right? Shitting they Pampers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Together. You know what I mean? Like, all the way to now, like, and I'm sure till they adults. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's like they friendship, she's going to have to deal with different issues as she grows, right? And this is going to be like affecting my daughter too. You know what I'm saying? Not only my daughter, but my family as a whole. We this girl is a part of our family. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's my daughter's best friend, And so, like, it hits home all the way. It affects a lot of people. And like I said, us fathers, us tough guys, right? And I'm sure a lot of us on the panel is guilty of this, right? Whether we want to admit it or not, we need to start going down and getting them checkups, them yearly checkups, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
being tough,
that
y'all.
family
and
planning,
the dentist
that family
checkup too.
planning as well, right? Get them wills hashed
Oh
out.
yeah,
Get all that
definitely.
stuff. Just like you were mentioning, Corey. You just like, hey, you know, that's not the end all be all, but hey, that's a big piece.
It
That,
is. It definitely is. It definitely is.
we gotta get that stuff. Just like when you go in and talk to them financial advisors and you're making your money in the market and doing all of that. Schedule that appointment right after to do your family planning. Because when you go on, you gotta leave it to somebody, right?
And my wife
Hopefully you don't
instilled that.
spend it all.
Yeah, my wife kind of instilled that into our relationship because she lost her dad as a young girl. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, she turned out to be a wonderful young lady because of the financial things he was able to leave behind for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was able to be bust out of the hood. Like, we grew up in the same hood, right? But she was bust out to school. You know what I'm saying? She didn't go to. I went to school. Me and her brother was cool. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know my wife because she didn't go to the same school with us, right? But those were some of the luxuries that she was able to do because of the choices her father made. You know what I'm saying? And so she always, pushed that. Like, we always be prepared, like wheels, like life insurance policies, all that. Like, she on top of that kind of shit.
Let me read this. Let me throw this in here real quick. Biology book. All right. Microbiology, an introduction, 10th edition. All right. Biology book. In a biology book, they talking about vaccines. Let's come to the clinical focus.